Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Birdie to Bogey. My name's Alex.
And I'm Andrew.
And today we're going to start off talking about this weekend's big major tournament, the U.S. Open.
Dude, yeah, this tournament was definitely, just to go off, like last week, how, Liv was popping off. This was popping off too.
Yeah.
There was, you didn't know who was actually going to take the lead at the very end. It was literally down to the 18th hole, which is golfer's favorite thing to have, but yeah, Matthew Fitzpatrick, he came through at the end. He came through, he actually won this tournament back in 2013. He won it as a amateur. And I know that we were talking earlier about the tweet that he had both trophies.
Yeah.
He had both of them next to his bedside. It was just so cool just to see that. Did you see anything cool with Matt's play?
Well, I just noticed, like you said, just his play style, how it came down to the very end. He clearly, I saw a tweet that was talking about before that the harder the course gets, the better him and Zalatoris do.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. It's definitely, I always like having a course that you're only going to get -5 for the whole fucking week.
Yeah.
You got to think about it. These guys played 72 holes. And they only have -5.
Yeah.
That's a lot of bogeys. That's a lot of bogey to birdies. So birdie to bogeys. So it's really cool to see that. But yeah, so he won at Brookline in the Country Club back in 2013 as an amateur, and then obviously he won this weekend, and the purse actually grew a little bit. I don't know if you knew that.
I did see it. It was a little bit bigger this time around.
Yeah, exactly. Now the purse was $17 million.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah,
I know it was that big.
Exactly, and he actually won $3.15 million. So
wow.
That's compared to Live Golf, that's kind of close.
Yeah,
that's close. I don't think last place is getting $100K.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But it's cool just to see that PGA stepping up their game, because now they know what the players want and honestly what the fans want.
Yeah, they had to, and it's interesting because a lot of people were talking about the coverage of the tournament. I don't know if you saw anything about that, but people were talking about how there was a lot of commercial breaks. There was a lot of talking heads. There was not as many golf shots as some people were wanting.
Oh yeah, it was definitely. I would say it's a 4-day. It's a 4-day tournament. So
right.
You can miss a little bit and still know kind of what's going on. So, but yeah, back to Matt. He had 19 birdies through 4 rounds. 19 birdies, and he's -5.
Yeah, right.
Do the math on that.
Yeah.
How many bogeys is that?
It's yeah.
So it's definitely really cool. And Zalatoris, he I always feel like he's always just about there.
He is.
He's always top 10. He's climbing up, and then it just falls apart.
Yeah.
But hell of a game from him. He stuck around. Scheffler came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
My cousin texted me, and he was just yeah, dude, Scotty's on fire right now. And as soon as I look, I'm like, holy shit, he took the lead, out of nowhere. So that was really cool to see.
Yeah, then Scotty, he missed too many crucial putts.
Yeah, the putting was really hard this week. No one could read those greens.
Yeah.
It was definitely difficult. I was actually wondering okay, would Tiger miss these putts? If you think about it, Scotty's #1 in the world right now.
Right.
At least PGA ranking wise.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like Tiger would be able to sink some of those putts that there was definitely somewhere, he's putting for par, and he's about 3 feet away. He misses that, and then how sometimes they rush up and they just don't really line up.
Yeah.
He did that, and he missed.
Yeah, it's
that went from a 5 to a 6 like that.
Yep, those cost your game big time. Even us playing, when we go up and we think, oh, this is close enough, we can make it, and we just kind of do whatever on the putt, and it doesn't go in.
Yeah, sometimes at that point, I'm a lefty putter, but sometimes at that point I putt righty just for fun.
Yeah.
I might miss it, but I'm like, oh, that doesn't count, right?
Yeah.
I was just having fun, guys. Let that be.
Yeah, you can't say that in a major.
Speaking about, I wouldn't say terrible golfing, but from his aspect, it is terrible golfing. Phil.
Yeah.
Dude, plus 11 in 2 days?
I know, right?
This man's played here before.
Yeah.
You know, like, you'd think that he would have it somewhat figured out.
Yeah, not a good showing from Phil this weekend or the last weekend. It makes you wonder, is it he got that live paycheck? Does he stop caring?
No, I feel like at this point he's just having fun.
Right, yeah.
You know, he's playing, he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna, make a little money here, but I'm still golfing, so.
Exactly. He's playing the sport that he loves to play. If he's not doing so well, it's like, well, he still got paid.
No, exactly. And it was like, everyone, like, I'm a lefty, so I really look up to Phil. I really want him to do better.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of lefties out there, that are golfing. I mean, you have some, obviously, but you think lefty, who's lefty?
Phil Mickelson.
Yeah, exactly. So I always want to see him do well. Obviously, so does everyone else. But, yeah, no, I mean, to be cut, like, on Friday, +3 just on Friday, that means that Thursday was just god-awful.
Yeah, and it's interesting with the tournament and talking about just other players. You had a lot of favorites that ended up cleaning up their game the last round, but like Friday, Saturday, like Colin Morikawa, not so doing so well by Saturday. Rory McIlroy, same deal.
Yeah, no,
McIlroy.
To go off Morikawa, like, that man, he depends on his putting.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't there. It wasn't there for anyone this week.
Yeah.
It was like, it's 2 feet. Like, I hope he makes it. that was what I was thinking with everyone that was playing. The
word that I saw people tweet a lot was that they were hoping for carnage. And I think that they might have gotten that on the putting greens. They might have gotten that carnage.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't imagine, like, if we're 8 feet away, like, the chances of us making it compared to the chances of them making it.
Yeah,
might be similar. I mean, they obviously can read it better and stuff like that, but it's definitely a different story when it comes to us putting. Putting, and they go with McIlroy, dude. What did I say on Saturday? I was just like he's doing good. He's up there, and I know he's gonna fall.
Yep.
That's just like that's been the story for him. Like he gets so close. I think even at Augusta, like he had not I wouldn't say no chance of winning, but come Sunday, dude, that guy with the last 6 holes, like he came back. And if he would have played like that the whole week, dude, he would have wiped everyone out.
Yeah, right.
Just been like, okay, Rory's winning this.
Yep.
Like, make the green jacket already, but I was really, really hoping that he could capitalize on this, but hey, there's always next weekend.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were really excited to watch him play too after he just won the Canadian Open. So people were like, oh, Canadian Open, let's see him kill it at another tournament. And he still placed, he tied for 5th, but he didn't win like a lot of people were expecting.
No, yeah, I mean, he still got it. Obviously, he ain't no Phil.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, he's still second in the world.
Yeah, no, exactly. So, just to kind of go off of that, the U.S. Open, this is 122nd U.S. Open. This has been going on for a while, and it's really cool just to see like the history of that. There's a lot of quotes, saying like, oh, I'd rather play for a historical trophy than a new trophy. And I was like, I would almost want the new trophy. I want to be that first guy on the stamp.
Yeah, that's historical too. The first of something.
First, yeah, exactly. Everyone has to have a first. They had their first in 1913. Liv had their first in 2022.
Yep.
Exactly. So, just going off the U.S. Open, one interesting thing that I found out was really, really cool. The question was, has the U.S. Open ever won by someone who earned a spot through a local or final qualifying? So basically, like, they'll have a tournament before to qualify, just at Brookline to qualify to make it into the actual U.S. Open. And you can qualify at 13 years old all the way to 99 years old.
Wow.
There's not an age restriction except for those two. But so there actually was a guy in 1969, Orville Moody. What a name. He actually won a championship just qualifying locally. And I think like that's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna I'm gonna hang out by Harborside and see if I can get into a tournament sometime soon. Like that'd be so cool to see.
Yeah, it's a really cool thing. Just, I mean, whenever you hear a story like that of just someone local, someone from around the area, or some amateur, they just barely qualify, and then even if they don't win or anything, they qualify, they got in, and it's just so cool that like people of all skill levels and pro amateur, if you're good enough at the game, you can qualify. Like it's such a level playing field in that regard.
Yeah, no, it brings the game to a local level.
Yeah,
you know, like it's not just like, oh, the pros are coming in this weekend, you know, we're just gonna watch them. And it's like, hey, that's my neighbor out there, you know, he qualified. He was able to play. I mean, yeah, he's probably plus 10 in the first day, but you know, that's fun. That's fun. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. And then I also looked up, you know, what was the the course that was hosted the most for U.S. Open, and that is the Oakmont Country Club outside of Pittsburgh. Has hosted the U.S. Open 9 times.
Wow.
The most recent in 2016.
Wow.
Yeah. So just like to have, you know, a continuous strain of, you know, playing there. That's just really cool for me. So. Yeah,
another really cool thing, going back to the whole amateur thing, the first U.S. Open in 1913, it was won by Francis Ouimet, age 20. He was an amateur, and he lived actually like right across the street from the country club.
Yeah, no, I heard a little bit about that, and like I can just picture that. Like they were saying that he used to walk across the course to go to school.
Yeah.
You know, like that's so you don't hear that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
And so like that's the history that I love. Like, you know that I like history, and it's just like, that's so cool. That was actually, I always forget, but that's actually 100 years ago.
Yeah, right.
It's just like I'm still thinking like 20s or 60 years.
I know, right? Yeah.
You know, it's like it's not 100 years, but that's so cool that, you know, he's able to he was able to literally watch the pros and then beat the pros.
I know, right? Yeah, it's like I said, that's the beauty of the sport. That as long as you're good enough, you qualify.
Yeah.
There's no others. You don't have to be part of a team. You don't have to get drafted or anything like that. It's you make the cut, you're in.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like with the Live Tour, that's different circumstances, but this is just it's a, you know, American kind of tradition, almost, I would say. Cuz I think in like when they first started, there was no American qualifiers.
Oh, wow.
It was only just Europeans.
Ah, okay.
That would just come over, and then that's what kind of just grew the game here, I guess. You know, like that's super cool that people were, you know, they felt the need. It's like, hey, there's no Americans, you know, playing in this. And then now there's like, I don't know, like
Americans are dominating.
Yeah, exactly.
Typical American sporting fashion. We pick up a sport and we just crush it.
Yeah, exactly. America.
All right, so that's the U.S. Open. We had another tournament that took place this past weekend. It was the Aramco Team Series. Now, this was a ladies' tournament.
Cool.
This was sanctioned by the Ladies Euro Tour. And I'm not sure if you caught that name, Aramco. Are you familiar with Aramco?
Nope.
Maybe if I say the full name, Saudi Aramco.
Okay.
Yeah, so
we're getting somewhere.
We're getting somewhere. So this tournament is owned by Golf Saudi and the Saudi Golf Federation. So similar ties as Live Golf, but we didn't hear any hubbub about this. We didn't hear no protests, nothing like that. But check out the structure of the tournament. This might sound familiar.
Okay.
So we've got 2 types of competitions. We've got an individual competition where it's only the pros that make the cut. So this is a 3-day long tournament. So 3 days, that's a similarity right there. There's a theme there. So over those 3 days, the pros will play to make the cut. It's typical stroke play, $500,000 prize pool split amongst the winners.
Gotcha.
Then you've got a team system as well, where there's a draft. Each team has a captain. Each captain will pick 1 professional player, and then they get randomly assigned 1 professional player and 1 amateur player.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, so you got a team of 3 pros plus 1 amateur.
Okay.
So even though the amateurs, they're not in the individual competition, they can still play for the team competition. And in the team competition, it's only the first 2 days, and they take the best 2 scores per hole. So they add up total 72 scores, see which team has the lowest score, and that team will then split a $500,000 prize fund.
Wow. No, I kind of like that. That's a new way to look at the tournaments. I'm not sure how often they've played. Or is this the first one?
They started back in 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, so again, we didn't hear any hubbub in 2020, nothing in 2021, and nothing in 2022. But as soon as LIV steps on the scene and threatens the PGA's men's tournaments, they start shaking in the boots.
That's how the PGA makes their money, and if someone's going to be kind of trying to lift their wallet, that's okay, cool.
Yeah, so what we're looking at right here, this is the trophy for the Aramco Team Series. And you'll notice that it even kind of looks a little bit like the LIV trophy, maybe.
Yeah, no, I was going to say that, but what I was also going to say is this looks like a course that gets lit up at, at night and you can still play. Like, I always wanted to try that. That would be so cool.
So now, since we're talking money, LIV is the big... money's a big deal with LIV. Clearly, they get paid more than the PGA. But what's interesting is with the LPGA, they get paid a lot more than the teams did and the players did in the Saudi Aramco Team Series. So like I said, it's a $500,000 prize fund for both the team and the individual, separate funds, so $1 million total. For the Meyer LPGA Classic that just took place this past weekend, there was a $2.5 million purse with $375,000 going to the winner. So if you're a lady, it pays to play in the LPGA versus any of these Saudi-backed tournaments, at least for now.
Yeah, I mean, women's golf is still growing, and I love seeing the progression that's gotten even in the last 5 years. I mean, not to say like this, but like sports that didn't cover it,
right?
Maybe they did, but at the same time, like compared to the men's, like to have the women be represented like that, I think is really cool.
Yeah. Something else that I saw about the tournament, one of the players, Charlie Hull, she was talking about how she liked the team format. A lot of golfers seem to like the team format. She said, for example, you get to pick your friends to play with.
I like that.
And yeah, I heard a lot of things about people, the players saying that same thing. They get to play in this team format. It's a little bit different kind of competition. It's maybe a little bit more friendly competition since you're playing with some people against some people. It's not just you versus the world.
Yeah, no, what I was going to say is like, that's the game of golf, is playing with your friends.
Exactly.
If you're playing with your friends, you have a better chance, I would say, at shooting better.
Yeah.
Unless it's more of a friendly rivalry, then it's like, no, fuck this. I'm gonna try to beat her. I'm gonna try to beat him. It's really cool. But with kind of jumping back into LIV golf, I found this quote Charles Barkley had with Fox News, and I'm just gonna read it to you, and I just want your reaction.
Go ahead.
Okay? I want all the LIV guys on the top of the leaderboard, Barkley said, and then he said, I want to see the PGA Tour shaking in their damn boots. Listen, I'm not a religious dude, but I want chaos this weekend at the US Open. And then he went on to say, listen, this is the best part. Listen, if someone gave me $200 million, I'd kill a relative. I mean, like $200 million is a lot of money. I'm not going to say that, especially, on this podcast, but hey, Barkley said it, and that man has at least made a few $1 million in his time, So it's just interesting just to get a basketball player's perspective on it.
Yeah. I think I saw that he finished that off with I'd kill a relative, even one that I like.
Yeah, even one that he likes. Sorry, Gio, you're going down.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Barkley is a legend. He knows you got to get your money up sometimes, and that's what he loves to see. He's a man of competition. He likes to see competition between two hosts.
Okay, so think about this. Do you think the NBA would be as big as it is if they weren't making as much?
No way.
Exactly. The money comes and then the fans come.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We want to see people win millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And I mean, Fitzpatrick won $3.15 million, which was incredible.
Yeah.
With a purse of I think 17 million for the whole tournament. You know, like they're definitely stepping up their game. I mean, I think last year around this time it was 15. So it's like they just added an extra 2. Yeah. You know, so it's really cool to, you know, see how the PGA is just like back up against the wall now, kind of. You know, he's like, fuck, we gotta pay these boys more.
Yeah, they gotta do something.
They're gonna go over to Saudi.
Yeah, and it's interesting with I mean, players like Fitzpatrick, even a player like Zalatoris. What are they gonna do if comes next year they get an offer on their table from LIV and they think to themselves, hey, if I place this well at a LIV tournament, I can get paid way more than even a major.
No, yeah, I mean, you could be third place and winning first place, you know, over like comparison to PGA.
And that's in just a regular event. One event.
3 days. 3 days, not 4.
Yeah.
You know, it's not every weekend. It's every, you know, at the end of every month, I think, like
just about. Yeah.
So yeah, that's really it's really cool just to see how the players are kind of making the decision here without the PGA's, you know, concern or anything like that.
You want to get into something about, you had sandy greens you want to talk about.
Yeah, so I was talking to my dad, and I was kind of just like asking him questions like, hey, you know, what could we talk about on the podcast? And he brought up this really cool fact that I had no idea about. I didn't even know this thing existed. Where he played in South Dakota. So when he was playing there, when he was growing up and stuff, and he was a teenager, he would play at courses that, okay, imagine like a regular green. There's a circle green, okay? Mm-hmm. But there's sand instead.
How much sand we talking here?
I'm talking like it's a fucking bunker. Like it's a bunker of sand, but it's the actual greens. You land, you get your approach shot, and it just sticks, and you just gotta putt it from there. So what I was wondering is, like, what if, you know, you create a crater? Like, are you basically gonna have to do a wedge shot, like in a bunker or something? And it was just, he thought that was just normal, you know, because he didn't really watch much TV, you know, in South, like, I think it was like the 70s or something like that. Mm-hmm. He didn't watch much. So he just thought that, like, you know, the sand greens were the sand greens.
It's not a sand green, it's just the greens.
It's just the greens, but it's not green whatsoever.
Yeah, I remember a picture that you showed me, like, literally you can see the trail of the ball on the green because it's that sandy. No,
he was literally bitching about how, like, some people wouldn't rake the green.
That's so funny.
Like he'd be standing there and just seeing them just like, okay, yeah, you know, if you putt it 3 times, that's a lot of raking to do.
Yeah, right.
So that's like, okay, I gotta do this trail, now I gotta do this trail, and I gotta cover my feet now.
Yeah, you really got to pay attention to not getting in someone's lie.
But I do like the idea of landing on the green and knowing that thing isn't going to roll off.
Yeah.
You know,
that's pretty nice.
That'd be very nice. There's no backspin, you know, you don't have to even think about that. Not that we really do anyways. But it would just be, I would love to try it this summer. I feel like we might be able to find a course in Illinois. I'm not sure, but I'm willing to travel for this.
Yeah, because all you got to do is land as close as you can to the pin. And that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't have to worry about paying attention to the hill, if it's going to roll left, right, forwards, backwards. Just get close to the pin, sticks on the ground.
No, yeah, you're going to watch it fly up, fly down, land, and no movement.
Yep.
The only thing you're going to see is the powder from the sand. And usually that's a bad sign, but hey, for sand greens, that's a good sight.
Yeah.
That's a good sight. You know, like if you have an approach shot and say there's a bunker in between you and the green, and you land in a green, you're like, oh, fuck. You know, because you just see that powder just come up, and all your friends are like, oh, grab a towel, Andrew. You know, you're heading to the beach. It's like, no, everyone's heading to the beach.
Everyone's grabbing a towel.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
But yeah, no, it was really cool. And he shared a video with me, and it was like, these guys, like, when you think of putting, you know, you want to hit it as light as possible to make sure it gets closest to the hole, unless it's like a far putt. You gotta smack this shit. I was like, I'm gonna grab my 4 hybrid.
Yeah.
Like, use that maybe, you know, just a little bit.
Get a little more oomph out of the club.
Yeah, so it was really cool to see, like, there is a lot of different types of golf. You know, this one, I don't know if it was like the maintenance was easier, or like, you know, why they decided to do sand, but I mean, it was like multiple courses where he grew up like had sand greens.
Yeah, I mean, I guess speaking of maintenance, that would be my first guess, because you don't have to water the greens or anything. You don't have to cut the grass. You just put the sand on, you rake it.
Yeah, exactly. As long as it's not like moon rock sand, like, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine. Like, it could be, sandbox sand.
Yeah, weren't there a couple players you said that grew up playing that, and then they ended up going pro, and because they were just so used to playing on these sandy greens that they probably had to have good putts. You have to read what you can because it's going to move the way it does.
Yeah, so there's actually two guys, Kurt and Tom Byram. So
are they related?
Yeah, they're brothers.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
Yeah, so it's like I get to see those guys as like kind of, just being like, okay, we're gonna go pro, like we're so good at this, and then it's like, oh wait, we have to
wait a second.
Wait, there's grass on these greens.
Yeah. They land in the bunker. They're trying to putt out of the bunker.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, like I said before, though, I would love to try it. I feel like it'd be very interesting. Get some footage of that, or something that'd be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. If anyone's listening, if you've played on sandy greens, or I guess if you just called them greens, let us know what it's like. Send us a video if you want.
This is like tan greens or something.
Yeah,
color sand.
Yeah. You're playing off the fairway, off the green fairway, and you land on the brown green. Yeah,
exactly. It's, I don't know, like I said before, it's really cool. It's something new, something I'm willing to try, and I hope we get that opportunity this summer.
Yeah, we gotta look up a course. We gotta try and find something.
Yeah, for sure. No, I would definitely be down to do that.
All right, so what I've got here now as our final segment, I want to talk not about yesterday's weekend, but last week's weekend. Okay. I want to talk about all the tournaments briefly, specifically talk about their trophies. Because we had a lot of tournaments. I counted 8 big tournaments that weekend. We had 8 trophies. And so I thought it'd be fun. Let's rank these trophies. Okay. Let's go from worst to best and just talk about the trophies. So the first trophy, best trophy of the weekend, I've got the RBC Canadian Open trophy. And we're going to put this up. We're going to flash some pictures for you all on YouTube if you're watching. We've got the RBC Canadian Open trophy. This one's in first place, exactly. It's shiny, it's big, it's a proper trophy, got 2 handles.
Kind of represents the Stanley Cup a little bit at the bottom there.
A little bit, yeah. So it's funny you say that. I'll get to that.
Uh-oh.
But it's, I mean, hey, solid trophy. That gets first place.
No, I'd love to put that in my trophy room with the other 2 trophies.
Yeah. Second place, I decided to go with the Live Individual trophy. Reason for this one, proper trophy, big. It's a new trophy. It's something a little bit different. It's not like your traditional trophies. It's not like the Canadian Open trophy at all, but that's why I like it.
Well, yeah, it's because the Canadian one, looks more classic, I would say.
Yeah.
Kind of referencing the Stanley Cup, that's been around forever too. This one's got carbon fiber on it.
Yeah, I was going to say, this one looks more like a racing trophy or something. It literally has carbon fiber. It's, like I said, it's new, it's cool. Maybe if this was 2 months down the line, this trophy would be lower on my list, but because it's so new, it's so different, it's kind of cool. It's a little flashy. I like it.
No, it goes back to what we were talking about before, history's cool, but like being first in history is even better.
That's, making history.
Yeah, I wonder how light that is compared to like the other trophies.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that.
I feel like you could drop it and it'd still be fine, but it's still really light.
Yeah, just bounces right off the ground. All right, now in third place, I've got the trophy for the Curtis Cup. The reason I like this one is because it's like a little mini Stanley Cup.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, I could definitely see some people pouring some beer in there and drinking it after the tournament or something. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, true to the name. Curtis Cup, they get you a cup. It's a proper trophy.
And you can see it. That's just a mirror right there.
Yep.
That's just a mirror. You can see your face, smiling when you win it. That's a good feeling. It's kind of like a little selfie stick just for your
Yeah. Yeah, you can even you see the picture of them with their own reflections in it.
Yeah, exactly. You can see the photographer in it too.
Yeah. All right, and then in fourth place, I decided to go with the American Family Insurance Championship trophy. So I put this one in fourth because it's a big trophy. It's a proper trophy. They made it. They put some effort to make it look like a trophy, but it's kind of just 2 pieces of glass with the American Family logo on the top.
Yeah, it looks like it has like a cloud design on it. I thought for a second it was dolphins when they first showed it to me. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Like they definitely they put some thought into it.
That one seems heavy too.
But this one does seem heavy.
Yeah.
This one seems heavier than the Live Trophy. Yeah.
You can see the guy that won it, like he's holding on.
Yeah, he's getting his workout in.
He's just like, okay, I just played, 72 holes or whatever he played, and now he's got to hold his trophy for a bunch of photos, and he's like, shit.
Yeah. So that one gets 4th place. In 5th place, I decided to go with the Live Team Trophy. The reason I put it in 5th is because we saw the individual trophy. That one looked pretty cool. The team trophy, not as cool. They kind of went with a similar design, but it's a little more plain looking.
Yeah, I don't really like the golf ball on top.
Yeah,
it's like it's not necessary. I feel like it'd be cool without it. I mean, it kind of represents like that Sydney, that classic Sydney, Australia kind of vibe where it's like they're. I forgot like what it's actually called, but like it's just a classic design that kind of it pops out.
Yeah, it pops out. But again, we saw a cooler trophy with the Live Invitational or the Live Individual rather. And some of the other ones like RBC Curtis Cup, they're more traditional proper trophies. But still, this one's 5th place. We still got 3 more to go.
Oh, I'm ready.
So, starting with the 6th place trophy. This one, I mean, this is a trophy, but this one's for the LPGA Classic. It's just a giant glass vase. This is something someone took from their grandmother's house.
Yeah, no, this is definitely something that I could see like someone stealing the pawn off or something.
Exactly. They took the flowers out, they dumped the water, dried it off a little bit, and handed it out as a trophy.
I was just gonna say like that last one was you could pour beer in. This one you pour wine into.
Yeah. So that's I think that this is the last of the good trophies in this series.
Now. I'm ready.
So the 7th place trophy, the second to last trophy, is the Scandinavian Mixed. Now, this was the first tournament that they had of the Scandinavian Mixed. It was a big deal because it was the first big mixed gender tournament. A woman won it too. And her trophy is a tall glass of ice water. Like, what is this, man? Like, you go to a restaurant, maybe a little bit more modern restaurant. They ask you, hey, what do you want to drink? Oh, I'm fine with the water. This is what they hand you.
Yo, that's literally like like how they have those little ridges that you can kind of stick in so that way you can stack the glasses.
Yeah.
That has that. I guarantee.
Like, this is it's just such a disappointing trophy. Like, it kind of looks cool.
I wonder if it's like a unique pattern or something, like if it's exactly the same or if it has like a mold that is, if it's, if it's customized or something like that.
I'm sure it is, but I think whoever designed the trophy, they designed it the day before.
The day before, yeah.
They're like, shit, I need a trophy. What do we got?
Oh, shit, I forgot about that.
And they were at a restaurant. They looked at their glass of ice water. They're like, that's a kind of cool. Let's make that a trophy.
Hey, that works, right? She looks happy.
Yeah, right? But even this one, it doesn't compare to the BMW ProAm Trophy. This is by far the worst trophy because it's literally just a BMW steering wheel.
Oh, fuck that, dude.
That is, you could hand out like those participation trophies you get in Little League. No, the participation ribbons you get in Little League sports is a better reward than a BMW steering wheel that they just took from a junkyard car.
Dude, literally, like for a second I thought, because I know like at the BMW like tournaments and stuff, like if you get a hole in one on like a par 3, there's like a car parked like behind you on the tee box. Mm-hmm. If you get a hole in one, you win that car.
Yeah,
that's what I would expect for that. Not the championship.
Yeah.
Not the championship. That should be for a hole in one, and then you get a real trophy.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want a fucking steering wheel.
Yeah,
like in my trophy room. Like, what are you?
And there's not even a base. Like, you can't like lay it upright. You'd have to hang it on a wall or just put it totally flat. You can't stand it up in a trophy case, really.
Like, I get if BMW wants to like put their name on a trophy. Yeah, that makes sense. It's their tournament, but not a fucking steering wheel.
Yeah, at least make it a trophy.
Like I'm thinking about like that's gonna connect to their kids, Xbox, and they can.
Yeah, right. It pivots on the plaque.
That'd be good.
All right, well, so that's what I had with the trophies, and that's what we've got for the podcast.
Yeah, no, like I said before, this was a great another weekend of golf. You know, it was
solid weekend,
nail biter to the end. I just want to mention, you know, Fitzpatrick. You know, that last hole that he played, the 18th hole, he was up by 1. Zalatoris was right behind him, and Matt just hits it into the bunker. And I think it was like 220 to the green from there.
Yeah.
I've never seen a more pure shot from a bunker.
That's what everyone
onto the green like that. Like Zalatoris, yeah, he got closer, but that's because he was on the fairway.
Yeah.
This man hit it from the bunker, and he was actually talking about how he feared that bunker all weekend. You know, so he laid up with the 3-wood trying not to get in it or not to get close to it, and he landed boom right into it. At that time I was like, all right, Zalatoris, this is your opportunity. You know, he could have easily tied it and sent it to a playoff.
Yeah.
You know?
And that putt to tie, it was off by just barely, like not even an inch. It looked like
it almost looked like he was about to walk it in.
Yeah.
It almost looked like if that was me, I would have started walking it in.
Yep.
You know, and that just goes to say that, like, you know, the country club in Brookline, like that, those putts are hard and they're not guaranteed. They're not guaranteed.
Nope.
I mean, if you see, I know Matthew Fitzpatrick, he had just one really long putt that was super good to see, like, okay, yeah, no, putts are actually possible in this.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like you said, it was a nail biter all the way till the end because we had just the leaderboard shuffling so much, and then it all came down to one single putt.
One putt. And I was like, okay, I kind of got to leave soon, but I really want to watch this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always a fan of Game 7s, you know, and playoff rounds. And
yeah.
I was expecting that, but hey, I'm happy for Matt. You know, he deserves it.
Good for him. His first PGA win, and it's a major. That's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, to win a U.S. Open is phenomenal, you know, especially at his age.
He's making his own history.
Yeah, he's making his own history. You know what? Hey, you know, Liv might be knocking on his door soon.
I know, right? Yeah.
So see what we got there. That's really cool.
Yeah, and we'll see. Hopefully, we'll see another great showing from Zalatoris sometime soon.
Yeah, no, I hope that he'll be able to clutch up and, you know, actually win a tournament.
Yeah, make his own history.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll catch you again next week. Don't forget to follow us on social media, Twitter and Instagram, Birdie2Bogey Pod. That's Birdie, the number 2, Bogey Pod, Twitter and Instagram.
Hell yeah. Well, thanks for listening, guys and gals.
All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll catch you next week.
Peace.